Hey guys, Rustmarrow here, and now that we've got the Ultra Beasts of Ultradimensional Beasts out of the way, now it's the time to go on the hunt for the chosen hero who will stand up against the Ultra Beast, Silvally, in this other version of the Japanese Pokemon trading card game Sun and Moon 4 booster set. Oh, looks like we're getting Registeel in this one, the Awakened Hero, featuring, as you guys can see on the box cover, Silvally and Silvally Gx. So just like the previous box, we are guaranteed to get a full art at least, and here's hoping that we manage to pull a trainer full art this time round. So if that's it, let's get this box open. Alright, so just like the first box, we're gonna divide this one into half, kicking things off with the first pack. Let's see if the first pack can shock us as much as the previous first one did. Right, ooh, Cacnea. Whoops, whoops, whoops! Oh, and wow! So I guess the Regis are quite an important part of these two sets, as we just managed to pull a Regigigas Holo. Like I saw in the intro, Registeel is supposed to be available in this set as well. I've always been a pretty big fan of the Regis, and like after they actually revealed Regigigas for the 4th generation, I was wondering if they'd add more Regis to add, ooh, red card, add more Regis to include in future games as well, but it looks like they haven't done that yet, which is, I don't know, a bit sad I guess, cause I think that the Alola region would have been a pretty good opportunity to add new, like, how do I put it? New elemental Regis, because like the original Regis, they were, ooh, type now. It's pretty badass. Yeah, but the original Regis, they were all in like Hoenn, which is like the other regions, it's quite urbanized, so I can understand why they use the materials like metal, ice, and stone. But as for the Alola region, it's a much more like natural, wild environment, so I guess they could be able to tap on like the natural elements. So we might be able to see like a water Regi in the ocean, and like maybe a fire Regi at the volcano. That would have been pretty nice. But yeah, overall I guess Gen 7 had like quite few Pokemon compared to like previous generations. But I mean, of course, if you want to talk about the number of Pokemon, Generation 6 didn't add much new Pokemon as well. But I'm still hoping that, you know, they might have some secrets in store for us in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon that are not just gonna be new forms or new Ultra Beasts, you know. Just keeping my fingers crossed. Ooh, Shellos. And right after that, Gastrodon. And oh, this must be one of Silvally's memories. And so cool to look at Registeel like this with one of the Aether Foundation people. Well, if you guys are a bit curious about why, I mean, even though I collect the Pokemon card game, it's not a card game that I really like play or like really subscribe to that strongly, other than collecting the Alolan Marrow, EXs and GXs. It's mainly because, how do I put this? I really like card games like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where like there are no repeats of cards in a sense. Like every card has its own unique identity. Like there's only one Dark Magician. I mean, of course there are multiple artworks of him, but in the end all of them have like the same effects. They're all the same card, just with different art. But in Pokemon, because there's such a limited number of Pokemon, they have to keep reprinting the same Pokemon over and over again, but with like different moves, different HP, different stats in order to make the game more interesting. And like, I could never really get around to that. And another thing I don't really like about certain other card games that are not Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that some other card games, the Japanese ones especially, have very, ooh, Salazzle, have very varied card artworks. So even for the Pokemon one, you can see here, there's a lot of different styles. Some of them are like, they have like a digital artwork on them, some of them are like 3D, some of them are like made with clay models. Yeah, I just feel like that sort of ruins the sort of world building that I feel like a card game should be able to do. So like in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh, since I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh, out of all of the card games that I've experienced, it is one of the ones, okay, maybe Magic the Gathering not included. So I would say Magic the Gathering and Yu-Gi-Oh are the ones where the card artwork for all of the different cards remains relatively similar, relatively the same for most of the cards most of the time. And that sort of helps to construct like this continuous narrative. Like you get the, oh, wow, oh shit, And here's our first GX of this Awakened Hero set. Oh, so it was in this set, not the previous one. But yeah, basically it's the Alolan Golem Gx. And to be honest, I'm not a very big fan of the Alolan Geodude evolution line with their magnetic beards and all. But looking at it like this, just launching that electrified stone ball out of that launcher cannon of its back, it just looks so badass. Its finishing move is called Heavy Rock GX though, not very inspired I guess, but it is a Japanese card game, so I guess to them like English words sound really cool and stuff like that. It's a nice card, really nice artwork. Feeling pretty good about this box already. Hopefully I don't get another full art like double of one of my other GXs, cause I really hate it when that happens. Especially when it's a Pokemon one, because hopefully I'll be able to pull a Trainer GX to show you guys why, but I think that in terms of full arts, only the trainers are worth collecting, because the trainer artworks for full art look really good. But for the Pokemon ones, it's my personal opinion that the normal GXs and EXs look way better than their full art counterparts. So those are the ones I want to collect. Pulling more and more of Silvali's memories. What do you guys think about Silvally though? I think it's a pretty popular Pokemon, and like I've heard a lot of people like expressing their affection for it. I think it's pretty cool too, like the whole story with it. Type now trying to be an artificial Arceus and all, and the whole relationship with Gladion and stuff. Hopefully they're— oh yes! Yes! Alright, unlike the previous box, we managed to close down the first part of this one with 2 EX pulls. And our second one, we managed to pull the other cover card, Silvally GX. And his final move is Rebellion GX. What a fitting name for the Awakened Hero. Oh my god, it just looks so badass with those talons and all. Wow. Alright, so this box is getting off to a really good start. Although, it could be said that that's what happened with the previous box as well, and then things got a bit sour in the end, but keeping my fingers crossed. And Cacnea again, one of my favorite grass type Pokemon. Oh! Wait a minute! This is not supposed to happen so soon! Oh shit, and you guys are seeing the rainbow, right? You guys are definitely seeing the rainbow. This is not just any ordinary super rare, I mean full art card. So if you guys have watched my previous video of the Ultradimensional Beasts opening, you guys will know that this is a hyper rare, and this is basically the equivalent of the ultimate rare in Yu-Gi-Oh! Although I'm not really sure in Yu-Gi-Oh! Which one's higher, ultimate rare or secret rare. I guess it depends on which one you prefer, but yes, this is a rainbow hyper rare, the highest rarity you can possibly get in the current Pokemon trading card game. Wow, so that was just— I'm at a loss for words. That was an incredible way to reach an end in the first part of this Awakened Hero booster box opening, and while I settle my thoughts and sleeve up my awesome pulls, hope to see you guys in the next second part of this booster box opening.
When I'm right next to you, fighting a single crew, I turn into someone new, with a speed that's faster than can see a mystic motion.